Usually, after a few years, a game will naturally drift into irrelevance and studios move on to flashier titles with improved graphics, mechanics, and stories. Then the older games get left behind. But sometimes, for whatever reason, a studio might decide to keep backing an older game. How's it going, guys? I'm Liam, this is Instant Gaming, and today we're looking at 11 old games still getting updated regularly. Meridian 59 isn't just old, it's practically gaming archaeology. Originally launching in the mid-90s, this MMO somehow refuses to fade away. Community support and ongoing tweaks have kept it alive long past what anyone expected. It may look ancient by modern standards, but that is part of the charm. Logging in feels like stepping into a preserved piece of online gaming history that's still quietly evolving. Not many games can say they've survived multiple technological eras and are still getting attention today. In at number 10, we have Stardew Valley. Most games slow down after launch, but somehow Stardew Valley keeps growing. Years later, massive updates continue adding content, systems, and quality of life improvements that feel more like expansions than patches. What started as a cozy farming sim has turned into a living comfort game millions return to regularly. The fact that one developer kept nurturing it long after success makes the update feel personal. Every new addition feels less like maintenance and more like a gift. Ultima Online walked so modern MMOs could sprint, and somehow it's still walking today. Decades after launch, new events, balance, changes, and content updates keep its loyal community active. It's slower, stranger, and far less guided than modern online worlds. But that freedom remains its secret weapon. The continued support feels almost defiant, like the game simply refuses to acknowledge the passage of time. In at number 8, we have The Sims 4, and it has basically turned into a digital lifestyle platform at this point. Between expansions, free updates, gameplay tweaks, and endless customization add-ons, it keeps reinventing itself year after year. Players might step away for months, then suddenly return because there's new furniture, new systems, or entirely new ways to ruin their Sims' lives. Love it or criticize it, the steady stream of updates has kept the simulation feeling alive far longer than expected. In at number 7, we have Warframe, and it might be the ultimate comeback story. What launched as a modest free-to-play shooter has evolved into a massive sci-fi universe thanks to relentless updates. New story chapters, gameplay systems, and reworks arrive regularly, often completely reshaping how the game plays. Veterans joke that taking a break means returning to a totally different game. Few developers support a title this aggressively for this long, and it shows in Warframe's fiercely loyal player base. Rust doesn't believe in slowing down. Monthly updates constantly tweak mechanics, they add items, introduce new systems, and occasionally throw the entire meta into chaos. The game today barely resembles its early versions, evolving alongside its community rather than settling into routine. Every wipe feels like a fresh experiment, and players keep coming back to see what's changed this time. Survival games usually peak early, Rust just keeps mutating. In at number 5, we have 7 Days to Die, and it has spent years in what feels like the longest evolution cycle imaginable, and somehow that is part of its appeal. Massive alpha updates regularly overhaul mechanics, visuals, and progression systems. It's less a finished product and more a constantly improving survival sandbox. Players return after long breaks only to find entirely new systems waiting. Few games show their development journey so openly for so long. World of Warcraft isn't just still updated, it still shapes the MMO genre decades later. Expansions, seasonal content, class reworks, and ongoing events keep Azeroth feeling alive. Entire generations of players have grown up alongside it. Even players who swear they've quit often find themselves returning when a new expansion drops. WoW has mastered reinvention without losing identity, which explains why it refuses to disappear. In live service years, Apex Legends is practically a veteran. Seasonal updates constantly introduce new legends, balance changes, maps, and gameplay shifts that keep the meta fresh. Movement remains unmatched, and the steady update cycle ensures matches never feel stale for long. Apex thrives because it evolves just enough each season to pull players back in without losing what made it special in the first place. In at number 2, we have old school RuneScape, and it might be the most fascinating success story here. Built on nostalgia, it survives through constant community-driven updates voted on by players themselves. New quests, bosses, and skills arrive regularly while preserving the classic feel fans love. It's both frozen in time and constantly evolving, which sounds impossible until you actually play it. Few games balance tradition and progress this well. And finally, at number 1, we have Fortnite, and it doesn't just get updated, it gets reinvented. Entire maps vanish, mechanics change overnight, and seasons introduce crossovers nobody saw coming. One month it's a battle royale, the next it's hosting concerts, racing modes, or completely new experiences. Epic treats Fortnite less like a game and more like an evolving platform. Love it or not, its ability to stay culturally relevant through constant update is unmatched. And that is 11 games still getting updated regularly. What is your favorite old game? Let me know down in the comments. So for all things gaming, don't forget to subscribe to Instant Gaming, and for great deals on games, you can visit our website at instant-gaming.com. And as always, thanks for watching.